go to the cause. We have our high school report this evening. Good evening.
Good evening. First and foremost, I'd like to wish you all a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Today I had a meeting with Dr. Vanilla this afternoon, and we were talking about ways to encourage students to attend the strategic planning meeting. A lot of my peers are unaware that you can just come to the board and during the good of the cause portion have a say. And I'm glad Dr. Vladlesky is holding this strategic planning meeting because I know a lot of students have innovative ways to improve the school, ways that they think that the board should hear about. And this meeting is a great forum for people to come and talk about things that are going on in East Brunswick High School and how to better our school as a whole. Secondly, I'd like to talk about winter track. It's actually interesting that Mrs. Levine brought up winter track not getting a lot of publicity. I was talking to Dr. Vanilla today, and we were talking about how good our winter track team has been over the course of this season. They actually placed first at the Damaris Invitational, which is one of the most competitive invitationals in the tri-state area. We had just a great athletic showing. Everyone did extremely well. Almost all of our varsity athletes got medals, and I think it's really representative of how great our athletic system, our athletic teams at East Brunswick High School actually are. And I'd also like to talk about midterms are coming up, and midterms are probably the most stressful part of the year. Everyone is constantly studying, everyone is constantly trying to get the best grade on their midterms, and Dr. Vanilla, in conjunction with other students, proposed a stress reliever day the day after midterms, and I think this is a great solution. This is like a great idea because the stress reliever day will provide, after studying for several weeks and finally taking hours worth of midterms, it's a great day to just lay back and just get back to the school spirit. And there's going to be a fun game between faculty members and the students, and this is just to foster a sense of camaraderie and spirit within the school. And also I'd like to talk about the hybrid courses. At the last Principals Council meeting, Dr. Miller mentioned hybrid courses, and the aim of these courses is to foster more student engagement. So students, over the course of this year, East Brunswick High School has been working to focus on students learning themselves, like focus on students researching themselves. And these hybrid courses, I think, are a perfect forum for students to continue to follow education themselves rather than be directed to follow a certain path of education, do their own research for their own education. And these hybrid courses will also include SAT prep classes, and I think we'll see an increase school-wide of SAT scores. So if my year had SAT classes offered within the school rather than having to go outside of school and get SAT classes, I think we would have done considerably better across the board. So I think over the upcoming years, we're going to see an increase in scores. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today.
So what are hybrid courses for those that don't know what hybrid courses are?
Hybrid courses, part of them are online and part of them are in the class. So for example, you can take your health class, half of it online, half of it in class. So this provides the chance for you to take more classes and add more classes to your schedule. And it's not just you do meet with the teacher occasionally, but it's not just every day you're walking into class and just the teacher's talking to you. It's going to function a little more as a study hall. So you're going to walk in, everyone's going to sit around, get on their computer and follow the lesson plan, look at the videos, and this just provides students a chance to research more on their own. When there's a lesson plan, it's really rigid and rigorous. It's really rigid and it follows everything to the T, and I don't think it really provides students the ability to branch out and do other things. With these hybrid courses, students will have the chance to research if you're really passionate about something. Say I'm researching something in health, and let me see what we're researching in health. Maybe I'm really interested in prenatal care, and I can do a little more research by myself rather than focusing on what the teacher is telling me and just keep going on. I can do other things and still adhere with the lesson plan. And you also check in with your teacher from time to time, so no students really stray away from getting down the core subjects. And it also provides more one-on-one instruction with students. So everyone else will be working here, but if I'm having difficulty, I can go to the teacher and she can focus on me, and everyone else, if you have a problem, you can go to the teacher. And other students who can function on their own without constant guidance are allowed to function on them.
All right, let's keep them with the times.
Yeah.
Cool, all right. Any other go to the cause?
Just one thing to add to that is that at the strategic planning meeting that's coming up on the 26th is open to students, and just like any other strategic plan, it would behoove you not to be, this is an opportunity, and it is your role, actually, to try to get as many interested students as possible there. It would be meaningful to them and meaningful to us. Years ago, they tried to do healthcare reform, and they didn't invite doctors. Now, how stupid was that? So if we're looking to do something that's going to look at improving the education opportunities we provide here, why would we not want your opinion?
Yeah. True.
Good, we'll see you then.
Along with many of your friends.
Yes, definitely.
Any
No
other go to
pressure.
Any other go to the cause? Well, we do have a need for a second closed session, so in addition to the other items, may I have the following motion for these additional items with the language earlier? Pursuant to NJSA 10412B, any matter which by provision of law is rendered confidential or excluded from the provisions of subsection A, okay, specifically HIB case number CHU 1516.011 and HS 1516.019. And any matter involving the employment, appointment, termination of employment, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of the performance of, promotion, discipline of any specific prospective public officer or employee or current public officer, employee employed or appointed by the public body, unless all individual appointees whose rights could be adversely affected request in writing that such matters be discussed in public meeting. The nature of the matter described being employee number 14177 and 21015. The length is estimated at 90 minutes. Now therefore be it resolved, the East Brunswick Board of Education will recess into closed session for these subjects. And we declare that its discussion will be made public at a time when the public's interest in disclosure is greater than any privacy or governmental interest being protected from disclosure in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act.
So moved.
Motion by Dr. Cohen, second by Mrs. Becker. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Good night, everyone.